My name is Jane Griffiths. I'm the author of the Jane's Delicious series of books. I've just brought out my 5th book, and welcome to my garden. Okay, today I'm going to make a salad that has very simple origins. My husband Keith grew up in Turkey, and he introduced me to a wonderfully simple snack of watermelon mixed with feta. And it is the most wonderful combination, the fresh, sweet taste of the watermelon and the creamy saltiness of the feta. So in the salad I've taken it one step further and turned it into a full salad. So first of all, I have a bed of mixed greens. You can use anything you have in your garden. I'm keeping it simple today. I've just got some lettuce leaves that I'm breaking up, and some baby spinach. I love baby spinach. It gives it a dark green texture, and they taste delicious. So just break the lettuce leaves up, scatter them onto your bowl, and then pop your watermelon on top. You know, and if you don't really feel like the hassle of making this as a salad, you can just chop the watermelon up, or get your guests to help you chop the watermelon up. That's my favorite trick. First guest to arrive gets to chop up the watermelon and make sure it has no pips in it. And chop up some pieces of feta and arm your guests with some mini forks, and then just get out of the way. It's a perfect starter. And then I'm going to chop up the feta into bite-sized pieces. Okay, so we scatter those on. I find using a creamy feta, like a Greek feta, adds to the contrast of textures. I often find when I'm cooking, it's not just about a flavor, it's also about a texture, and creating a balance or a contrast between those textures, between crunchy and creamy, salty and sweet flavors. It's all about those contrasts and balances. So now we are going to be using a very South African ingredient. These are pepper dews. You can grow these yourself as well in the garden. They grow just like any other chili, and they add a little bit of a sweetness to this, as well as a bit of a peppery bite. They're not hot chilies. They've got a wonderful sweet flavor. And what's a nice idea as well is that the pepper dew juice in the bottle, add a little bit of that to your dressing to sweeten it up, and instead of using sugar, it adds a bit of a zingle to your dressing. So I'm just going to scatter that on top. And this is another thing where it's also about what a salad looks like. We eat with our eyes, don't forget, as well. There we go, bits of pepper dew. Okay, now I'm going for an ingredient that is going to give it a bit of crunch. These are pine nuts, and I've roasted them just ever so slightly so they turn brown a little bit. And then this is a Japanese chili. It's mixed with sesame seeds and a couple of other ingredients, and it's a wonderfully mild chili with a little bit of a bite. And I'm just adding that onto the pine nuts. Give it a little bit of a shake so the pine nuts are all coated with it. And this gives a wonderful contrast to the textures and the flavors that we have here, providing a little bit of a crunch with each bite. That contrast of the sweet, sweet, sweet watermelon and that little bite of chili just is an explosion of flavor. Then I've got a dressing. This is a very simple dressing. It's made with olive oil, and I prefer to use either a white balsamic vinegar or a white wine vinegar. You don't want a dark balsamic vinegar on this. It would just spoil the look of the salad. And then I've added a little bit of the pepper dew liquid to it. And and as I say, this you do literally just before serving. You don't want it to wilt your lettuce, and you just splash it on and then put it on the table for guests to add more if they wish. And there you have it, a very simple but sublime summer salad.